We'll call this meeting to order on Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. And if, Scott.
Sure.
You guys have a budget amendments?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think we have one person signed up. Maybe two.
First, we have Diantha. Do you want to say something, Diantha?
Hi, well, the Harbor Herald has scooped the Chinook Observer. They've got the TRL board choice for an interim director, Andrea Essel, who is also already working for Timberland. And I must say that maybe she's the popular choice by some of the board people, but she was part of the problem. And I don't know if she's gonna work out as good as they hope she will be. I'm just saying, this is not necessarily the best choice. And I wish they had taken a little bit longer to decide. Also, I'd like to know exactly what the status is of the money that's supposed to go to the library and get that used, the insurance money, and get that work, get the work done inside there finally. Please, if you could tell me.
They can't respond.
Thank you. Next.
Jennifer Zorn.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Zorn. I'm the current Chief Criminal Deputy for the Prosecutor's Office here in Pacific County. I am running for elected prosecutor, so I just wanted to introduce myself and be available.
Great. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Item number 4, approval of the agenda and consent agenda and approval of the minutes for the regular meeting on May 11th, 2026.
So moved. Second.
So it's been moved in second to approve the agenda, consent agenda, and the minutes from the regular meeting on May 11th, 2026. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, approved. Item number 5, correspondence.
No correspondence.
Item number 6 is ordinance number 1616. An ordinance of the City Council of the City of South Bend, Washington, amending Chapter 9.10 of the South Bend Municipal Code relating to disorderly conduct, public nuisance, authorizing clerical corrections, providing for severability, and establishing an effective date. Second reading.
Motion for approval of ordinance 1616. Second.
Any discussion?
No.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Okay, item number 7, ordinance 1617, an ordinance of the City of South Bend, Washington, adopting revised appropriations and expenditures to be made in calendar year 2025. This the first reading.
This is a budget amendment, so technically we can adopt this in one reading. All my research says we can. Historically, we have done that on a budget amendment, and this is just regarding the one fund 610. The Robert Bush Fund was moved at the auditor's request or suggestion, was moved into the general fund and we reclassified it as 112. And so I was talking with we have a consultant, Margot Taggett, who has 45 years in the business. And we retroacted that to December of 25, that change. And what happens is the remainder that was in the Robert Bush fund, we moved to the 112 fund to start out the year 2026. So now Robert Bush fund is no longer 610, it's 112. And it's no longer restricted, it's part of general funds. And the remainder of that moving to the 112 fund caused an expenditure, right? And the expenditure put the fund over into the red. And we can't have a fund in the year in the red. So we're making this amendment, and it basically amended the budget of 610, that fund 610, so that it's not in the red. And it dissolved basically for the year 2026. It starts out as 112. So we didn't lose any money because 112 was present in the year of in the month of December 2025. It gained the 10,000 and so odd dollars, where the 610 lost that money, and that expenditure put 610 in the red. So all I needed to do was revise the expenditure budget so that it would not end the year in the red.
Which starts the number 112, and what's the dollar amount? It starts the 2026 112.
So it's 10,000, I believe, 175.
10,000 number? Okay.
Yeah, it's
158.
It's a little bit higher than it's 10,000 and some odd dollars. Yeah.
And that was at the request of the auditors.
Well, they made that suggestion and they said that 610 was a improper label for that because it's not a restricted fund. So we made that change.
Motion to approve ordinance 1617.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions? Norm, did you have any questions? I saw you come off mute.
No questions.
Great, thank you. All those in favor?
Okay.
I
Unanimous. Item number 8, department head reports. Chief Steeble.
Thank you for passing ordinance 1616. That's gonna help our enforcement efforts with our disorderly and public nuisance code. It cleaned up, and that'll help us. In front of you, I gave you a traffic revision map. That's gonna start on next Wednesday, June 3rd. We had to do a little bit of revision since the school needs their parking lot back for the food bank. The school needs the parking lot that the food bank is currently utilizing as a staging area for construction equipment for a project they're doing at the school. So we had to find an alternative place for the food bank staging area. And I did not want to go back to the way it was, where cars were lining up on the shoulder of Broadway, blocking people's driveways. That was just a mess. So I talked to Dennis about it, and we kind of came up with the Water Street area. It has low impact on the neighborhood in that area. And I've already made notifications to the transit operations in Raymond. They're aware of it. So they'll have to alter their route just a little bit on that Wednesday or on those Wednesdays, and contacted Raymond Fire. So the fire department is aware that on those days they'll they'll have to figure out a different way around there. And the school, I contacted the school for the buses. But I plan on putting it on our Facebook tonight. Hopefully the city can share it on theirs. And then the food bank has been handing out these flyers for the last 2 weeks to all the people that have been coming there. So hopefully the regulars are already aware and there won't be any confusion next week. You have any questions?
I know it said until further notice, do we have any kind of ballpark?
We don't, because not sure how long construction is going to be for the school, but I wasn't given a clear answer whether or not the food bank can return back to the school after construction is done, because that space may get changed a little bit and utilized for something else for the school. So
So what do we have, just? Are they repainting or?
they're building their new CTE building. And
Okay.
and all the construction equipment has to use the staging area to stage for themselves. And then it sounds like they have other plans for that area afterwards.
So the building is gonna lead, there'll be less of a parking lot. Is that the idea?
Mhm.
That's why they may not be able to return to the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do with that staging area after everything's all done with, but I wasn't given a clear answer that yes, they can return. So we'll revisit that when that time comes. But I think this is a pretty good solution, and it may end up working out better. We'll see what happens. So
There isn't a bunch to choose from.
there's not
Yeah.
a lot of options to choose from. No. So
I mean, they're busy on.
they are
on
extremely
Tuesdays.
busy,
It's
and
crazy.
there's a lot of people that take advantage of it. And, you know, like I said, I don't want to go back to the days where we had people lining up on the shoulder of Broadway or Water Street, because it was messing with the road and tearing up the shoulder. And like I said, that the amount of complaints I got from people that couldn't even get out of their own driveway. So it was a nightmare. But we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
I just-
Supervisor Hauk.
So we got half the crew over across the way, across the river, cleaning out the impoundment for White Creek right now. It's kind of a biannual thing. They go in there and they have to, it's such a grade that they have to go in there by hand and pull it all out, trees and muck and debris, and flush it repeatedly. So they're over there for the whole week doing that, which leaves us kind of shorthanded on the side. So you notice some of the grass hasn't been taken care of and stuff like that. The only other thing I have is the TIB RRFB project that we have slated, is still in review with WashDOT. They're going back and forth. It's been going on for quite some time, but hopefully within the next month, we'll be able to go out to bid and move forward with that. And that's all I have.
The summer.
Summer hire. We do have an ad in the paper for summer help. We have 2 applicants right now, but hopefully somebody will put in and we can get a little bit of help on that. We and then the sorts, all that kind of stuff, hybrid painting. There's some stuff we've fallen behind and we haven't had summer help in a few years now, so it should help out quite a bit, and the things that the guys can't get to readily.
Is there any way to talk to the schools to give them credit? For the summer help? Is that a
tried,
thing?
yeah, it is a thing, but nobody ever comes.
Oh, even though you have those incentives,
Yeah,
then, okay, I see. See.
They're busy.
They're busy.
Yeah.
Clerk Johnson.
no report.
Item number 9, my report. Sorry for the book. I apologize in advance because we've been busy. So Department of Commerce, Division of Community Engagement Outreach came, and so I met with Leah Brandenburg. She's the new community engagement specialist. She serves the 5 counties in Southwest Washington. So she provided us with new grant opportunities. She helps provide the technical assistance for those. And then also upcoming conferences. She also was with Paige Coleman. I don't know if folks know, you probably know Paige, right? From Bay Center Fire. No. So Paige lives in this area and she also works for the same department. So they'll work closely with us to hopefully help us get different grant opportunities. So excited about that. There'll be one opening in July for funding that starts in October that we were going to look at, that we're not sure if it works yet, but we're going to check that out. So we'll see. So Lisa came a few months ago to talk to us about municipal court. David and I have been in multiple meetings now with Lisa, AOC committee members, and then because we received a letter from Judge Penoyer requesting that the court administrator position be receive an increase in FTE. So in those meetings and different things like that, we learned that we're not in compliance with Washington State court rules GR 29, meaning that we'll have to rewrite Judge Penoyer's contract. It's supposed to be a 4-year contract and it should be in alignment essentially with should have started this January. It's not an elected position, but it serves kind of like that and it's written in code like that. So once he's in position, he's like an elected official. The only way he can be removed is if he resigns or we go to the Supreme Court of Washington State and they remove him. So learned all sorts of great things. Not that we want to remove him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that these are the things that we've learned, right? And that our rate of pay is not in alignment as well. So we need to adjust that to be in alignment with what the state has assigned for judges. So
Do we have an approximate increase knowledge to what the increase is?
I don't know if it will be an increase necessarily.
Oh, he's gonna pay us?
No. That's not how it works. But what it does do is he'll just have to track his hours, which he does that anyways for his job. So it's just that. So don't know. These are questions more than I'm just kind of trying to get you guys up to date on what we don't know, right? So hopefully we'll have a new contract to present you all. We have to schedule a meeting. I had like an informal conversation with the judge, but we'll have to talk about these rates and everything before I give you a contract, right? Like out of respect. And then when I wrote this, I was still waiting for the email from AOC and Lisa on because when we're trying to calculate the FTE, we needed more information, you know what I mean? So we could come to you all with more of that. And I think we got it like at 4:30 today. I haven't had time to process, so we'll let you all know so we can give you educated information on that. And then the FEMA assistance program that was awarded to the state for the December flood has had a really low turnout in applications, like ridiculously low, and there's over $7 million in funds sitting out there for folks to apply for. So been in communication with Scott and Marcy from Pekima, Maria from FEMA, and local nonprofits to increase our outreach for South Bend residents. The deadline is June 10th. It's not often that we have these rural opportunities for recovery reimbursements, right? It's just, they really emphasize that even if their project is, their restoration is completed or they've already started to restore the damage, everyone is still eligible to apply. So please apply, just apply, apply. You never know what you'll get, just apply. Vehicles have been approved for this one, which normally vehicles damage is not approved. Vehicles have been approved for this one. And so we're trying to get help for folks that have that RVs were damaged and different things like that. So, reach out to Pacific County Emergency Management, Scott McDougal and Marcy Medina for more information at www.pekima.info or 360-875-9338.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
We'd applied for a grant on the First Street Park, remember, we didn't get it. And I think Mayor Struck said it would go into the next year. Do you know if that happened?
Yeah, no, it didn't, because they didn't do that funding this year.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
when they-
That was one of the things.
Yeah.
So we have to reapply when they comes up
when they
again.
offer it again or find a different funding source for it.
Okay, thanks.
See it here, Dave. That's Dave's backyard.
There's a lot of kids using that park.
Right.
There's kids there every day. It does need to be restored.
For sure.
Mhm. All right, so item number 10. Oh, and I will, even though it's not common or whatever, but I have been in communication with Jenny Penoyer from the committee, so I would touch base with Jenny Penoyer for any communication for that. She's up to date on that. Number 10 is public comments on current agenda items. Does anybody have any comments on current agenda items? Okay, seeing none. Number 11, council comments. Norm, you want to start us off online?
Sorry, I had to figure out how to unmute. No comments from me.
Okay.
Nothing from me.
I'd just like to thank the chief and Dennis for looking into this revision. Gonna take care of it. I know it serves a lot of people, so. That's all I have.
Nothing. I'm good.
All right. Anything for future agenda topics?
Material. Doing you a favor.
All right, just know that the judge's contract will most likely be on.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and we are adjourned.